Rap Delites. Rap Delites.
Oh man, that's funny, man. DTOs, you ain't know about that?
This some shit you made up.
No, that was real. It was like written on the it was written on the walls and everything.
DTO was written on the wall.
Yeah, Dyke's taking over.
I can't. I'm done.
Yo, welcome to the Rap Delites podcast.
Look at this high tech shit. Yo.
We kicking it up a notch. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a whole studio audience.
Yeah, this is filmed in front of a studio audience. You know what I mean?
Thank y'all for coming out back there.
How y'all doing? You know what I mean? Don't throw no popcorn or tomatoes.
That way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rap Delites podcast. No gossip, no cultural appropriation, just organic hip-hop commentary. I got my sister over there, Miss Smith, with the fucking hat.
Juices, it's back. It's cold. It's cold.
What's going on?
That wolf fedora.
Missed you last week.
Did you? I know. What was last week? What happened? Why wasn't
I don't
I?
know why.
Oh, my son.
Yeah, your
he
son.
went on a dance. It's tis the season.
Dance.
Yeah.
Like
so
Leroy from Fame?
No. My son he takes after his mother, so he has a lot of dates that come over and be like, yo, can you go on my dance? Hey, Jay, can you go on my dance? So my son went on a dance last week with one of his girlfriends, not a girlfriend,
One of his girlfriends?
a best friend from grade school.
She was cute? Was she
had
cute?
a dance. Yeah, she was a cute girl. He has another one coming up for his school, so yeah.
She cook?
She not. Well, she
Well, I
a
don't know. I
little
hope
girl.
she
She probably a
can.
little
I hope
kid.
she can. I'm teaching my boys how to cook. I'm telling you that much.
I don't cook.
Boo to that, yes.
I don't cook.
That's corny, because you should know how to cook.
I know how to cook.
You do know how to cook.
I don't cook.
I used to call him asparagus because every goddamn picture he would put on Facebook had to have asparagus next to it. Like,
Listen. I know how to cook. I just don't. That's not part of my job description anymore. I'm not food and beverage anymore.
oh, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Did this conversation switch somewhere else?
No.
We getting. What do you mean? That's not your job?
I mean,
description
everybody
anymore?
in this house has a job, and that's their department, and they handle their department. I don't handle that department anymore.
What department do you handle?
I handle disciplinary actions. I'm the CEO.
No, Nick.
And I handle I'm the CEO.
You financier?
I'm the chief financial officer. I'm
Okay.
the CFO. I make sure all the finances are taken care of, the day-to-day businesses, make sure that the lights and the cable and the water and everything runs.
I like that. I like it.
And I'm also the maintenance manager.
It's a bit of an old school mentality.
I'm also the maintenance manager.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You say manager, but you do maintenance as well.
I can do maintenance, but I got Aiden does the maintenance, and I just manage him.
Oh.
I just watch him do it and make sure that he's doing it right. So I'm the maintenance manager, and I'm the CEO.
Nikki, you need to get out. Call me.
Nikki
Call
handles
me.
food and beverage. You know what I mean? And she handles housekeeping.
She handles food and beverage, housekeeping, and childcare.
And childcare.
Right? That's a lot.
Yeah. Listen, I never dismissed her job titles. I'm just saying everybody has their job.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Listen, if somebody wants to take over the financial department, I'm
And
more
you
than
want to go
welcome.
home, you can cook. You're more than welcome. I got it. I hear that.
Because I handled all of those departments a long time ago by myself.
All by yourself.
So I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now everything's department.
Everything departmentalized.
There you go. Absolutely. Anyway, that's Miss Smith. Hey. We got my sister over here, Chrissy Mac. Mac, bitch, what's good?
What's up, y'all?
What's popping in the streets, Mac?
Too cool for school. Look at this one.
She got the shades on and shit. You know what I mean?
Bling,
Everything popping. And I am Bats, the potty mouth podcaster himself, Mouth Almighty, the Fresh Grinch, and also known in some circles as Hollywood Hoagie. Did y'all see me in Creed 2?
I saw that. You was really hyped, too. You was really hyped. You lucky you had the hat on, because I would not have known that was you. You had just your glasses on.
Hollywood Hoagie, baby.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know.
That was dope. That was good to see.
You know, the funny thing about that shit is, I was in the movie. It was like a 3-day shoot, and we did it, and it was just extra work, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So, and we shot it, and then I went to see the movie like in the movie theaters or whatever like that. And I was in that motherfucker so quick that in the movie theater, I saw myself, and I was like.
You couldn't tell the person next She was like,
right.
Pause the screenshot.
But when it came on Amazon, I was like,
able to get it.
Pause this one right here.
You
pause it right there.
That was you were really close up too, because there was a lot of people in the back.
No. It wasn't nobody in the fucking back. That was all green screen.
Oh, nice.
I was like, it was only like four rows of people.
Oh.
And the rest was like green screen. Like all those people in the back was fake. That was all fake people. All them people you seen in the back.
Hollywood magic.
Yeah. When you saw me, that was like the last row. I was literally on like the back of a seat because I'm so short, and I had to like stand up.
Yeah.
To get that little shot that I got. Sad.
You made it happen, though, Var. You made it happen.
Listen, and the mom, I made it.
Mama made it. Yes.
Oh man, so let's get into what everybody has been listening to.
Yep.
We're gonna shoot over here to my sister, Miss Smith. What have you been listening to, Miss Smith?
I have been so I don't know if you guys heard recently. There's been some controversy surrounding.
We talked about this on the show last week, but you weren't here.
I'm so sorry. There was some controversy surrounding Dave East only selling 3,000 copies his first week, and I'm like, that can't be. Like, it's Dave East. Dave East has some hits, some bangers, and he's a really good really good lyricist. So I went and I was listening to Dave East. And I actually liked the album because for me it resonated. It had a whole bunch of like old school influences. DJ Premier.
Nas is on here.
There was a bunch. Tiana Taylor, they got a joint. So I like it, but it still is not pulling numbers that the label would respect. I mean, I think they upped the numbers from 3,000, which was like I don't know what the hell that was, because its following is bigger than that, to like 20,000 copies, which still isn't. It's like a drop in the bucket. But yeah, so I've been listening to Dave East because I wanted to kind of see what was going on.
See if it was not worth.
If it was not worthy. Yeah, but it was. I think I
talked about this a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? And I was saying that I enjoyed it, but I enjoy East. East is like really. Like, you know what you're gonna get with him. It's not some like outrageous like album. It's not like a one of those albums that, oh my god, everybody needs to listen to either.
It's not like that. No, it's very chill. It's very kind of like I can't think of the word, but I actually did enjoy it, and I'll listen to it again. You know, it's not. You know.
Did you fuck with any of the other shit?
I did fuck with the joint with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, Breezy. Yeah, listen,
I like the joint with Chris Brown. That was one of my joints.
People have like the thing with that fucking Brown. Man.
I know.
Especially after the whole Rihanna thing. Like that. You know, people
we have like a love-hate relationship with Chris Brown.
I didn't like listen to a lot of Chris Brown records or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I was aware of Chris Brown, but I didn't like listen to Chris Brown.
He has one out now with the rapper Gunna, which is one of my favorites.
And you know what I did like? Remember when him and Tyga did that album together?
That was
kind of cool, like for them, because he was like rapping, but he ain't a rapper, but he rap better than some of these mumble motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anywho, so Dave East Survival, Miss Smith been listening to. Chrissy Mac, what have you been listening to, Mac? I think I got a Q Mac stuff up. Here we go.
Yeah, this week I came across this female Lebanese rapper from Lebanon. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I'm Arabic and I am Lebanese. So right away, I was on it. The beat is dope. It's all in Arabic. She talking about what's going on over there in Lebanon with all the fighting and the revolution and everything like that. Because I don't know if y'all stay up in the world news, but it's hard over there.
Yeah.
It's hard over there. That's one of them countries where it's not 100% Islamic, right? So you got freedom. You know, you can wear what you want and everything like that. It's not. It's more liberal. That's like when you go over there, if you want to party, that's the country you go to. Nightlife cities and stuff like that. But they going through some shit. You know what I mean?
Is it like civil wars and stuff going on over there?
A lot of it has to do with the U.S. putting pressure on their leaders over there too. So
how close is Lebanon to Jordan? Are they? I mean, I don't know my world geography right now, but is it pretty close? Jordan and Lebanon, they're pretty close. Okay.
Right. So in the video too, she's got the footage of everything. You can look her up on YouTube. Her name is Malika, and this is I Am Fighting.
And she speaks and she raps in Arabic, her native tongue. Nice.
Yeah. I'll put up the links on because I think she has Spotify and she has Apple Music and stuff like that, so y'all can check out her stuff on there. You know what I mean?
That's crazy because that's kind of like not really like accepted like within like her culture, right? Like a woman rapping. I wouldn't think that would be like. What is that like?
Well, Lebanon's not. It's not 100% Islamic, so it's not.
But what about like the surrounding like countries and stuff? Like where it would be kind of going to men? Yeah.
Like the men.
Yeah. So it's not like that over there though.
Okay.
In that particular country, it's more liberated.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
you know what I mean. The women over there got a lot more rights. They can do stuff like that.
That's what's up. Okay, I'm gonna look her up.
That's dope.
Bart, what have you been listening to, brother?
Here we go. Hollywood Hoagie in the house. Y'all ain't ready, man. Y'all ain't ready for the boy.
Who coined this name for him?
Huh? That's my name, Hollywood Hoagie.
Hollywood Hoagie. Where did that even come from?
I made that up.
Okay, you make all this shit up.
I mean, Hollywood fucking Hoagie, Sam. Tell him, Sam. You know what I mean? Hollywood Hoagie.
What was y'all on Wawa one night? Like, yo.
You know what I mean? Hollywood fucking Hoagie over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the new shit. You love it. You love my name.
It's nice. It's catchy. Go ahead.
All right, I listened to the new Action Bronson album came out. Mm-hmm. So I went and checked that joint out. It's called Lamb Over Rice, and I'm not really a big time Action Bronson fan. You an Action Bronson fan? Nah.
I've heard some stuff. No,
heard some stuff here.
I don't rush to go listen to it.
Yeah. That's the dude that sound like Ghostface and then all that. Yeah, okay. All right, so him and the Alchemist have a new joint out. It's got like 7 joints on here. The standout joint, like it's 7 joints on here, so it's not a whole lot of material to pick from. Mm-hmm. And it's bottom heavy. Like the last 3 joints are really kind of cool. He got this one really good joint on here called Descendants of Stars, which is really dope, whatever like that. And but like I said, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to listen to it again.
Oh, okay. Just jump right into it, huh?
I'm not going to listen. I mean, I heard it.
Well, that's what are you listening to really about? You know, is it a yay or a nay?
Yeah, so. It's like I listened to it and like, all right. I mean, the Descend of the Stars joint is joint dope, and he has another joint called Just the Way It Is okay, and he got another joint called Arnold and Danny, but this is all at the bottom of the album, whatever like that. It just seemed like it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't, it ain't nothing that I'm like, hey, you need to do. Check out Descend of the Stars, and you'll be good.
And you'll be good.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So that's Lamb Over Rice, Action Bronson. So then I had to clear my palate from Action Bronson, and I listened to Fred the Godson newest joint. God Level.
When did that drop?
That dropped a couple weeks ago, but I was listening to it to refresh with it.
Okay.
Whatever like that. Now Fred the God, you know who Fred the Godson is? You fuck with Fred the Godson?
I haven't heard the new one yet.
So you guys put me up on him. I didn't even know what Fred the Godson.
Yeah. Well, Fred the Godson is just bars.
Okay.
All day.
Okay.
That's his whole. Like it's almost reminiscent of like early crack rap. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine if Jay-Z never like really blew up, and he was just spitting like he was when he was like on mixtapes and shit like that.
That's when Jay and what was his homie that Jay used to rap with? That's when they used to just spit.
Money.
Yep, they
Sauce
just used to spit.
Yeah,
that was it.
It's reminiscent of that.
Straight bars.
It's reminiscent of that. And he got just joints on here. Yeah, Nokia. He got a joint he got a joint with Jim Jones. That's dope.
You like that joint?
Better Now. Joint Better Now with Jim Jones is dope. Nokia with Benny the Butcher and 38 Special is dope.
Benny the Butcher.
He got this joint called LeBron and Serena with Sweetest Voice. That's dope. Picture bars, like it's just real bar heavy, real metaphor heavy, real 92 crack rap heavy, Fred the Godson type shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta check it out.
Fred the Godson is official. You know what I mean? I fuck with Fred. You know what I mean? Ever since I saw him on that Funk Master Flex freestyle, I've been hooked on him. You know what I mean?
I remember that. I think you brought us to that.
Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just remember,
always showing love.
Yeah, I mean, remember, you was talking about this joint, right, Sam? The Fred the Godson joint?
It was hot, like. Fire. I was listening to this like all last week.
Yeah. Talking about, you thought I was Mexican the way I was. What do you say? You thought I was Mexican? You think I was Mexican the way I was spending chicken fajitas?
I can't.
Oh man, but Fred the Godson is dope. So make sure you go check out all this stuff on here. We put the links and all that kind of stuff on here. We're gonna be right back. More Rap Delites, more Miss Smith, more Chrissy Mac, more bats.
Yeah, he's a good.
I'm Bats.
I'm Miss Smith.
And I'm TSK1.
And you're watching Rap Delites.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is Miss Smith. This is Chrissy Mac. What's going on, Mac?
What's up?
We playing a little Redman. There is a Darkside, 1994, which just turned 25 years old, which makes us all old as fuck. Because this album is older than...
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
It's older than all our kids.
I am seasoned.
It's older than all our kids and everything. Did you fuck with There's a Darkside, the Redman album? This is his second studio album.
I did. So my favorites were Can't Wait. Anything he did with Keith Murray, what was that? Cosmic Slop. And then the other joint was Neurotic.
Okay.
So those are my three tops on this album. So I did really, I was a big Redman fan. I was a big Redman and Meth fan. They were my boys.
Chrissy Mac, There's a Darkside, Redman.
This is my favorite Redman album, believe it or not, the Red Tape. And it's funny because he said this is his least favorite album and that he doesn't perform any of these songs or hasn't even listened to it since he recorded it. Because he was in a dark place when he did it. But this was my favorite album that he put out. My favorite was the Rockefeller remix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that too, but the Rockefeller remix was my top joint from this.
It's funny that he said that. I never knew he said that, but when you listen to this album, it's not as fun-filled and the whole. You don't get that Redman that you got in albums after. You know what I mean? Where he was just on like a whole nother high level of just like being kind of like himself and just kind of like being fun and just be that. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't that Redman. Yeah, it was a little darker.
It's kind of funny that you should say that because I kind of skipped over this album. I remember this song and I remember because it was a single or whatever like that. But I kind of like skipped over this album for some reason.
Did you really?
I don't know why. I can't even tell you why. It wasn't a thing like I don't fuck with Redman because What's the Album was my favorite shit. You know what I mean? I used to bang it all the time.
Yeah.
But I like this when this came out and when Muddy Waters came out. Muddy Waters and There's a Darkside really didn't get up on. I got back into Redman when Doc's the Name came out.
Yep.
That's when I really got like back into Redman, and then subsequently the stuff he did with the Blackout album with him and Meth and everything like that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them at fucking the P Diddy and the Family concert.
Reunion.
Yeah, the concert that they did, and they came on like. Jay-Z was opening for them. Like Jay-Z and Dame was the first act on. Then it was Red and Meth.
Yeah.
And so that just shows you like the dynamic, whatever like that. You know what I mean? But and it was like on strings and shit, and they flying up. But like when this album came out, I just
I can't believe you want to check it for it because for me this was like more. It was Dirty Book Bag. It was definitely Dirty Book Bag. It really was. It really was. There were some elements of funk and fun into it
what I'm
as
saying.
well.
I don't know where I was at that time in my life or why I didn't get on it like that. But I just did. I think it might have been.
It was like our last years in high school.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and you was deep in the hip hop.
No. Listen, this came out in November of 1994. Okay, 92, 93, 93, 94.
Oh no, we was in like.
No, I can tell you what happened. What probably happened was I had just got to U City.
You ain't meet me yet.
No. I got kicked out of Kappa.
You ain't meet me yet.
I got kicked out of Kappa because I went to Kappa from 92, 93, 93, 94. So the fall of 94, when this came out in November, I had just got to U City, and it was such a fucking culture shock.
It was a transition, right?
Like it was so weird.
But I don't understand why. Because you lived there.
No. Going to school with them niggas is different from working. Living around the neighborhood. I was leaving the neighborhood to get away from them niggas.
Right.
I was getting there, and it wasn't even like the niggas, because it was a lot more girls there.
Yeah.
That was popping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was popping and popping it. So it was like easier.
This guy.
It was.
Hashtag me too.
No. That was free. It was totally generous and totally.
Generous? That's your hashtag quite generous. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
It was totally generous and totally consensual. But when I got there, you want to know the biggest culture shock for me going to U City?
What?
Y'all niggas didn't eat lunch.
No, we didn't.
That shit fucked my head up.
We didn't.
Because at Kappa, everybody ate lunch.
That was like structured. We didn't want no structure.
No.
Lunch.
No, but y'all would eat snacks and shit. They would pay for snacks. Like chicken wings and Doritos and shit like that. But the free lunch, only the Asians and the Africans got the free lunch.
That was that mentality. We all thought that free lunch shit was like some cheap that made you like break. Exactly.
It was some welfare shit. But at Kappa, the lunch line, the NTAs had to hold the crowd back. Because we was bolting, because you wanted to get over there and get a slice of pizza before it was all going.
But I ain't gonna hold you. We was some hungry motherfuckers.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
We were hungry.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the mentality, though.
By the time this album came out, I was probably so starved. Because I didn't eat.
You used to sneak out of that.
We used to sneak out. Yeah, we used to go to trucks.
If I sneak out, I'm going home.
We used to sneak out and go to trucks. We used to sneak out and go to Penn campus.
I was never one of those cut class and go back to school motherfuckers. I'm going home.
No, that was our style. Shout out to Mel. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to...
Fuck that. If I leave school, I'm going to fuck home. Because if I was leaving for a purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. To get lunch. Exactly. To get lunch.
Not to eat. I ain't leaving to eat. I either had some get high going on, some biddies going on, or some get high and some biddies going on. That's why I was leaving school. I wasn't leaving school just to leave to go get a sandwich.
Right.
Fuck that.
Right. I feel you.
Fuck all that. That wasn't my speed. But anyway, shout out to Redman. There's a Darkside. 25 years in the making. Shout out to you, bruh.
Yes.
Redman, I fuck with Redman though.
I did too.
Alright, did y'all see the Rapsody freestyle?
Did I mean, you know Rapsody's my girl.
I didn't like the fact that Funkmaster Flex cut her short.
I'm not a fan of Funkmaster Flex. I wish he would have done it on another platform.
Well, he's like the official motherfucker now for motherfuckers to go
and do like the whole freestyle joint.
Not official, unofficial.
I mean, we've had Black Thought,
Mason. I mean, everybody's been on there. You know what I mean? Fred the Godson.
But when you say he cut her off, I don't want to say he cut her because she did kind of fumble a little at the end. So did he cut her off or did he save her?
He stopped her.
He saved her.
Yeah, but she was ready to still go.
Yeah,
this motherfucker's a fumble all the time.
I can kind of understand why he kind of stepped in, but no, she killed it. Not killed. Killed it.
You didn't see it, did you, Chrissy?
I didn't see it, but
say the damn thing.
I'm not a huge Rapsody fan, and I'm not taking anything
away from my lyrical skills
because I actually was on her way before she became popular. When she first got with Ninth Wonder and Jamla and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not really into slower tempo hip hop. I like rapid fire.
Yeah.
So when I listen to her, I kind of get bored. I like rapid fire. So I don't really check for it.
Okay. All right.
That's just my personal.
I heard it.
Opinion.
Like me when I hear motherfuckers freestyle, I don't treat women, midgets, anybody different from anybody else. Everybody gets graded on the same scale.
Yeah.
And this in comparison to like Fred the Godson and Thought, the content, the words are dope as shit. But like you said, the slow flow is.
See, I need everything. I need the delivery too. I mean, because I do like some slow tempo hip hop, but like the melody, their cadence, and the delivery and stuff like that, like it's gotta capture my attention.
So that's not what does it for me. When I hear a freestyle, I want to know that it's an actual freestyle, that you are coming off the dome, off the top of your head, freestyling these lyrics.
Every freestyle like that.
I know, but that's what I'm like, ahead of time. I am from the old school. So that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear you write no shit. I want to hear you say,
yo, you have to go on a major platform.
Cheers, peers. Like, I want you to something's in front of you that jogs your lyrical content to say, yo, I'm just coming off the top of my head.
It's very far and few between motherfuckers that do that.
But when she fumbled, I'm sorry not to cut you off. When she fumbled, it made me feel like that, like she was really flowing off the top of her head.
I saw Common do that on a drawing with like Good Music, and it was like everybody from Good Music was on there. And I saw Common do a freestyle.
Yeah,
everybody's not really that great.
Yeah, at
that shit. What? Like it's only the one who the greatest off the top of the head freestylers that I've like heard do was KRS-One.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like I've heard KRS-One, it's like, wow.
No, there's somebody else.
You know what I mean? It was like off the top, like I was like, wow.
There are others,
this is a motherfucker that's been rapping since like '83.
Okay.
So he just ought to be like, wow, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I get what you're saying, or whatever like that. But I just wanted to put it out there because I know Rapsody.
You taking pictures?
No, I don't know what he's doing over there. I know Rapsody is a hot ticket right now. Everybody's on Rapsody and everything like that, and she's on Funk Master Flex. But I definitely feel what you're saying, and I feel what you're like I said. I like the words.
Yeah.
But I just I wanted to see
a little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah, a little bit more. I mean, it's cool to slow flow motherfucker to death, whatever like that. But I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that shit that Thought did, that was ignorant.
That was on a whole nother spectrum.
That shit was ignorant.
That was just like.
That shit was ignorant.
I'm so happy. I'm so proud to call you a Philadelphian.
Like it was like, yo, what the fuck are we doing here?
Like
are you serious right now, my nigga? Like you gotta. He had his hat didn't even move. He had the hat on. I don't even think he moved in the seat.
That was It really was. Yeah, it really was.
He was like this the whole time. He didn't even change position like a cheek got no.
Because he was focused. That was like he was like aligned. He knew exactly what he was just like focused. Like it was just coming off the
that shit was ignorant.
It was amazing.
It was ignorant. Like my top favorite freestyles on Funk Master Flex is that. That's the number one. Then it's the My Son joint.
I don't think I saw My Son.
And Fred the Godson joint. Fred the Godson did a whole song. You know what I mean? He had a fucking dude doing a chorus with him and everything and all that shit like that.
I missed that too.
You saw the Fred the Godson joint.
Did I see that?
You saw. We'll talk about it.
Okay, all right.
I'll show it to you later.
Or the later date.
If you stick around.
I try to.
All right. So the Rap Grammy nomination have dropped. Nobody's giving a fuck.
I purposely did not look at this list because I want you to surprise me. I want to be surprised. So let's go in at it. Let's go.
All right, let me cue up some sounds for this right here.
Do I need to cue up the list right now?
I got the list right here.
Okay.
I got the list right here.
Maybe it's good that Ty Ski's not here today because he hates.
He hates the Grammys.
He hates the Grammys. He hates all things Grammys.
All right, so we got the nominations for Best Rap Album 2020 Grammys, and the artists are Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers Part 3. Ms. Smith seems excited about that.
That's a good one.
That was a good
thumbs
one.
Up.
We talked about that on the show.
That's a thumbs up.
So we talked about all of these on the show in some form of fashion.
Okay, I co-sign that.
Which is good that we talked about.
Do we as Rap Delites co-sign that?
Co-sign it. I like the Dreamville joint. It wasn't something that I ran in the hole. But it was okay.
No, that was a good project.
But you're J. Cole.
Yeah, I'm Team J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Team J. Cole. All right,
all right. So next up is Meek Mill's Championship, which was a surprise.
Yo.
I don't even think I listened to too much of that Meek album like I was supposed to. I don't think I did. I know he got joints on me, he got bangers, but I don't think I listened it as much as I listened to.
So disrespectful.
No, I'm not disrespectful.
Yeah, you
I just didn't
are,
listen to it as much.
First of all, if you want to give love to anybody, you should give love to your local artist.
I love Meek. I just didn't listen to the album as much.
Okay, that was
what was the album that came? Because
that was an amazing album.
What was the last album? Not this one. What was the one that came out? The Dreams and not Dreams and
Nightmares.
Not Dreams and Nightmares.
It was.
What was the one that came out before Championship?
Let's fact check because y'all be catching me up. Y'all be catching me up.
Meek Millie, wins and losses.
Yes.
Wins and losses. I listen to wins and losses a lot. You know what I mean? And Dreams Worth More Than Nightmares.
Yep.
That was a good one or whatever like that. But I just didn't get into this one as much as I got into those.
This was a good one.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. You know what
Take some time, brother. Check it out.
I'll catch it up. I'll catch it up. Shout out to Meek Mills though for getting a Grammy nomination or whatever like that. 21 Savage, I Was.
So I didn't catch that one. That's at the joint that had we had that. What's the song on there that we like?
The J. Cole.
Yeah. Shout out to J. Cole.
So J. Cole is arguably on 2 Grammy nominated. Well, he is on 2 Grammy nominated albums.
I didn't hear any more track. I didn't go further into it. I didn't check title for the album. I didn't was checking for it.
Do you think he got this nomination because of that whole deportation shit?
Nah.
You didn't even listen to the album.
I don't think that was the case though. But go ahead.
I think it was.
A lot was enough. A lot was very.
It was good.
It was great.
And TSK1 should be here because he actually said he listened to the album more than I listened to it. It was okay. I don't know, but
were you at TSK?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
Do you think Alot was the best track on the album, or were there others?
It was others.
Okay.
Chrissy Mac, 21 Savage.
Not a fan.
Not a fan?
Not a fan.
Not a fan. You didn't even listen to this album.
No.
Yeah, you weren't checking this. All right, so 21 Savage, Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers, Meek Mill, Championship.
I'm not disappointed yet by this list.
And then you got Tyler, the Creator, Igor.
Oh, that was a hot one.
And did you hear the shit that he was just talking about on...
Did you hear that gay shit? I'm sorry. Shout out the LGBTQ ABC element. No, I'm playing. Shout out because I am a big fan of Tyler the Creator.
I'm a fan of his antics.
I'm a fan. No, his music is good. You gotta really check for his music. This last album was really good.
We talked about it on the show. And you were championing it then, and then I went back and I listened to it.
So again, I'm not.
It's not that I don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
But you know, what I mean, I just
his music is on another spectrum. So it's not like it's a different type of hip hop. It's more like.
It's like alternative hip hop.
It is like alternative. That's a very good word.
It's like alternative hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I just want my hip hop raw and uncut.
It's like, do you listen to Gold Link?
He was pissed off because he didn't get nominated.
Yeah, because Gold Link is kind of the same alternative hip hop. Yeah. So if they put Tyler Creator in there, then they would not have put Gold Link. Yeah.
In there. Okay, so you got Tyler the Creator, Igor, 21 Savage, I Am I Was, Meek Mill's Championship, and Dreamville's Revenge of the Dreamers Part 3. Then you got YBN Cordae's The Lost Boy, and I actually talked about this album on the show a couple weeks ago. And this is, out of all of these albums, this is my favorite album.
Yep.
Out of all of these albums. And he did a freestyle on Funkmaster Flex that was fire too.
I like YBN.
Yeah, he's dope. You know what I mean?
I like him. He's been on a lot of features, Anderson .Paak, a lot of R&B features. He's pretty up there. So I really like this young guy.
So who you rooting for?
I don't know.
Dreamville.
Meek Mills, yes.
You just grilled me out for not being Philly.
Meek Mills. It's between Meek Mills and Dreamville, but I'm leaning more towards Meek Mill. I want
YBN Cordae.
Yeah.
But Tyler Creator's probably going to get it.
You think so?
Probably.
I actually
politics involved?
I actually think Meek might get it. I think politics involved.
You think they're going to give Meek
politics
involved?
If
Meek Mills get a Grammy. He's going to be a total dick.
Politics involved. He is too closely associated now with the Jay-Z's of the world. Yeah, but what's the gentleman from the Sixers? What's his name?
I know.
Yeah. I think.
But that's why I think they're going to rob him.
I think Meek had a shot.
I think that's why they're going to rob him. They're going to give him because if they check, they give
his first nomination.
No, I think he's been nominated before for rap.
If they rob him, then we need to collectively stand up.
No, we're not collectively. We're not going to collectively. You're not going to collectively stand up.
No rerun, no rap.
I just don't think he's going to. I honestly, truthfully, at this thing, as far as because people were talking about like Rapsody got snubbed.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. I just think that.
People talk about Meg Thee Stallion got snubbed too.
Does she? Is that an album that she even has?
She has an album. She has like a whole album out.
And she had Hot Girl Summer too.
She did. But you can't go based off of a hot single. She had Cash Shit too. Cash Shit was one of my favorite joints. No, it was called Cash Shit. Megan Thee Stallion. She had a track called Cash Shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm on that Cash.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You gotta realize that. The motherfuckers that's... Honestly, I don't even see how Meek Mill's got on here, outside of the politics.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I'm very shocked
because the people that vote for this shit aren't really checking for somebody like Megan Thee Stallion or Rapsody. Honestly, you know what I mean? And Meek Mill's got on here strictly because of all of the other shit.
Association.
All of the other shit that's associated with him. That's you know what I mean? YBN... Tyler the Creator shenanigans, 21 Savage with the whole deportation shit. This shit puts you on radars.
It does.
You know what I mean? To make motherfuckers say, oh, he's a rapper?
Yeah.
Let me check that out. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. But whatever. I mean, if they get it, that's great for them. They can do some more negotiation for shows, get some more money. If there's more money in your pocket, more chances you ain't trying to break into my house.
Shout out to this list. I'm feeling, I like, it's not like before. Like, if you would have said to me, Blueface nominated for a Grammy, I would have had to shut this whole podcast down.
Remember last year we were talking about, last year we did talk about, but it was after the Grammys was upon us.
Right.
And I forget who was nominated when we had a whole fucking conversation. We'll probably wind up coming back to this after
this was a good list. I'm not offended. I don't feel no type of way. This is good.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Chrissy Mac?
You know what? I don't watch the Grammys.
Chrissy Mac doesn't watch the Grammy.
She's channeling her inner TSK1.
I don't know. Well, I don't have TV.
Wait. I don't watch it.
I don't have TV. I don't have like broadcast TV.
Yeah, I don't watch TV.
What do you do?
I don't really fuck with the Grammys.
Okay.
Too much anyway. And the people that I feel as though that deserve to be nominated will never be nominated. So to me,
nah. So yeah, I stream and I watch. I got a digital joint and I watch I watch TMZ and the news. Yeah. And that's it. That's all I watch.
All right, we got
everything else is streaming.
I've been streaming too. I just actually cut my cable off. I've been streaming. I'm like, why the hell did I ever need cable? My kids have all the channels I need.
Yeah.
Disney,
and now they got now everything's gonna be apps now. You got that Disney Plus shit that they selling body parts for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Motherfuckers are selling body parts
for that Disney Plus shit.
You got Disney Plus?
No.
I'm just asking.
Yo, do the free trial. I did the free trial. Check it out. You do the free trial, you'll be hooked. You'll be hooked with the free trial.
I'm not giving the mouse no more of my money.
They gave out free samples in the wire too.
You and that fucking microphone.
I'm sorry, you heard me. I just did it. I just
doing your hair and everything like that.
I'm sorry. That was a fun time.
Anywho, all right. We'll be right back. More Rap Delites, more Chrissy Mac, more Miss Smith, more Bats.
1, 2.
What's going on, people? I'm Bats, Mouth Almighty, the Fresh Grinch, the Potty Mouth podcaster himself, and you are watching Rap Delites.
Oh, that's like some Quiet Storm shit right there.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is Chrissy Mac. That is Miss Smith. What is popping in the streets? As far as hip hop, we got it. You know what I mean? Ye and Dre teaming up for Jesus is King 2. You here for it?
You know right in. I am a fan of Dre's beats, so let's see what he got. Let's see what he has.
Do you think that's too much? That's a lot of ego in the room.
It's a lot of ego.
That's a lot of fucking ego. Dre.
However, you would think that with the new Ye that we have now, that he would be more humble. He would humble himself. I don't know.
Did you see that? Did you see that Kim Kardashian had on one of his suits at Joe Olsen's thing?
I did not see that.
I
don't need to see that. Are you serious?
I did the green one.
Hey, that green.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's oversized and frumpy.
What did he say? Cover yourself up. What was that about?
No, somebody said she looked like she's about to draft somebody in the NBA or something.
Yeah, she looked like it was one
like an old NBA draft. I gotta go see that.
We're gonna pull that up.
Y'all send everything. Y'all don't send that.
No, because that was like some real like gossipy type of shit. I didn't want, but we here now.
No, I gotta check that out.
Where's that shit at?
That was from his clothing line?
No, I hope not. That shit was terrible.
That was not a clothing line. That was like a Steve Harvey suit? What we got here?
It was like
a Steve Harvey suit?
It was worse than the Steve Harvey suit.
Shout out to the Steve Harvey suit.
Chrissy Mac, Dre and Ye, Jesus is King 2. What are you feeling about that?
I am not here for that. I'm gonna take a pass.
You're not a fan of Dre beats and all? No?
I mean,
go ahead, say what you mean.
You know, though, I don't really fuck with Dre too much because of the whole D Barnes incident.
Oh,
so
shout out, to the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that D Barnes incident was a black eye to Dre and his legacy, but only for women that are in hip hop. I think a lot of men don't really be checking for it and they don't care.
Yeah, especially if you blessing on heavy ass beats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The motherfuckers is like, all right.
But the way they skirt over that whole thing
that happened back when was that?
That was MTV. That was
that rap show? What
MTV? No, she had a
the West Coast one.
She had it.
Rap
she had
City?
a
Was it
show.
Rap City?
It wasn't Rap City. No,
I forget what it was.
Damn, I gotta look it up because I'm
Google
gonna
it real quick.
hit it
Yeah, I
on
forget what it was called though.
D Barnes rap
Yeah,
show.
but
Actually, like it wasn't even her fault. The
they did that shit, and then like she had got it for whatever like that. But a lot of these new motherfuckers, they don't even know They don't even know about D Barnes, let alone that she got smacked up.
She got blackballed in the entire industry. She can't work no more.
Yeah.
She couldn't work anymore, but I think if she came back out,
I think she writing a book though.
You got it. What is that? She had. You know what that is? I hope you put this up because she had some bullshit on, and he was like, "Yo, go in the back and get my jacket." That looks a mess. Like, you can't come to church. You can't come to church like this. Like that's how you be seeing people at funerals nowadays. They be having the outfit on from Saturday night because it's a black dress. No, that's not appropriate. Like, don't put some bullshit. Like, no.
Listen, I remember one time I was hanging out with this chick. It's always a story.
It's always a story.
and like I picked her up. It was like a Saturday night. She like came in the club from my house, and we had like hung out or whatever like that. And then she like got up the next morning and put her little club shit back on her like that. So I'm like, all right, where you going? Like, could you drop me off at church? I'm like, you gonna go wear that to church? Like that shit that you just had at the club that I just picked you up from? Like, that's what you gonna do?
That's what they do.
I was like, alright.
If loving the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right.
The church was closer than our house anyway, so I was like, I ain't give a fuck, you know what I mean?
Listen, she was nasty, sex. Oh, I can't even.
No, she showered.
You know what, boy? Stop taking up for Take a whole.
She showered.
Yeah. Tits and arms. Tits and.
Whore's bath is what they call it. Whore's bath.
Oh, I can't. I can't. Yeah, that needs to be censored. Can we censor that again, please? I can't find a D beat. You know, I'm looking for that D Barnes joint.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll come back to it. All right, so I don't know. I'm.
You think that Dre is just trying to jump in on the bandwagon? Like, where would this even come from?
What the fuck would he need to jump on that bandwagon?
So, but where is this coming from?
I just think them niggas was hanging out. They took a picture together and somebody made some shit up.
You think so? Maybe there won't be anything.
I don't think it's going to be a fucking Jesus is King 2 album coming with Dr. Dre ain't even putting out his own fucking records.
I'm with that.
I don't see Dr. Dre teaming up with Kanye West to do a whole motherfucker like a Watch the Throne type of shit.
Yeah.
No. I don't believe that.
That's a good. You know what? I'm on that too.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I just think Ye was in L.A. Dre told him to come by the studio. Mm-hmm. He came by. You might
photo op.
For argument's sake, you just might maybe see some kind of remix of one of these songs that's on Jesus is King that has Dre's name attached to it. Maybe. Yeah. Other than that, I can't see a whole album coming out for that shit. I don't even know what was the last thing that Dre put out.
But if it was
that Welcome to Compton album.
If it was, like I said, I like Dre beats. I've always been a fan of Dre beats. I'm not a fan of Dre per se, but I like his beats. You know.
I'm a fan of Dre playing the background all the way in the background and just picking up dope artists. He has a great ear for dope artists, and I think that's where he should be. Yeah. Just executive producing, finding dope talent because he's given us icons. You know what I mean? And if he can continue to do that for the next 20 years, I would be fine with that.
What's the last icon Dre's given us besides
Kendrick Lamar?
I shut it down. I'm done. I did not know Kendrick came from Dre's camp. I didn't know that.
Top Dog he's down with Top Dog, but he's still Aftermath, and
I never knew that.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
So Kendrick, Snoop, Eminem.
I know Snoop.
Your boy 50.
Okay, back it up. Let's rewind.
Listen, you know you fuck with 50.
I do not.
You fuck with 50? 50 Cent.
His oldest style, yeah.
Yeah.
When they started doing it, when they went hard with the G Unit, it was just like, it just went over. Because I just got tired of all the little cartoon album covers and posters and them looking like cartoons and everybody greased up with big ass guns and vests on and chiseled chins and stuff like that.
It's so funny though how artists' real life can affect your can affect the way that you see them. Like, I don't like him because of the way he moves in real life.
Well, not the fact that he hasn't brought out any hit records.
And that's it too. That's it. That may have a lot to do with it.
That has a lot to do with it with me.
That may have a lot to do with it.
Like, I'm fine with the shenanigans.
I like the way he moves in real life. Just like how we were just saying, like, we don't like Dre because of the D Barnes thing. Like, your real life can affect your fan base. It can affect the way we appear and we look at you. Like I wouldn't even. You could put out some hot shit and I may be like.
My thing with 50, the biggest thing about 50 with me is the fact that he totally obliterated Ja Rule's career. That was amazing. That was an unprecedented event. I never seen anything like that in hip hop in my life.
Nobody has.
I never seen anything like that. Let's give him Shotgun.
Was it just Ja Rule? Was it Ja Rule and Ashanti combined?
It was Murder Inc.
Yeah, it was Murder Inc.
It was Murder
Yes,
Inc. It was like they couldn't even put out. Them niggas was running the radio. Mm-hmm. You couldn't turn the radio on without hearing either
Ja Rule,
Ashanti, Ja Rule, and Ashanti,
yep.
or some variation of them, or the type of music they was doing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You heard something like that, and 50 shut all that shit down.
Mm-hmm. Sadness. Dark days.
All the way. Shout out to 50 Cent.
Dark days.
Shutting down her rappers. Shutting them down.
He does.
But that was it. Like, after, like, that first album, and, like, maybe something that... What was it? The last song that I liked that 50 Cent had was the joint, I Get Money, I Get Money.
That was the last joint.
That was the last one I liked. That I was like listening to.
Nah, my last joint was, this is a big rich town.
The shit that's on
Power.
On Power. You watch Power?
No, I'm not a big Power fan.
I don't have TV.
I'm not a big Power fan.
I don't have TV, so I don't watch Power.
But I did just check for that free subscription to Power. 7 days. Actually, it cancels tomorrow, so I might go and check out and see what all the hype is about.
Like I fucked with that.
Shout out to
the first album of 50 Cent, but I mean, like I said,
I had this mixtape, and I'm so mad the CD broke. Because they weren't released on albums, but it was the hottest shit ever, and that's what I fucked with more than any of the albums he put out.
Yeah, because he was a star. He is a star.
50 was great.
Like he was working the hell out of whatever he was.
What was the joint that he first dropped? What was the joint when he murdered everybody? Wankster.
Oh no, you talking about
when he murdered everybody? How to Rob Industry. Yup.
Yeah.
When he came out with that, it was a rap.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this guy? Like he was amazing.
I remember hearing a story. I think it was Siegel was talking, and he was saying that when Beanie Siegel and them was fucking around, not going to the studio, that whole state property shit was going on, and Jay-Z had stepped to Beans like, yo, y'all niggas need to get y'all shit together because 50 Cent is coming. like this nigga is coming.
Yeah.
Like y'all need this shit is about to drop and it's gonna be a total fucking movement, and that's what that shit was. That 50 Cent G-Unit shit was a fucking movement. You know what I mean? Whether you like them niggas or not, that shit was a fucking movement.
He was a force. He was a force to be reckoned with back then. I do give him props for that. I do.
50.
It's so funny because I don't know why, and I don't want to say on the whole snitching thing that has nothing to do with it, but 50, not 50, 6ix9ine reminds me of old school 50. Like he was just so.
With the he wasn't that good.
No, 6ix9ine was good.
Nah, he wasn't 50 Cent good. I'm not going
You don't think so?
I'm not going to diminish 50 Cent by saying that him and 6ix9ine were just as good.
Okay. No, I'm not saying
I'm
as good. I'm saying how 50 didn't give a fuck what he said.
The trolling?
I'm talking about, 50 didn't give a fuck who he offended. That's what I'm talking about. 6ix9ine had the same kind of like, I don't give a fuck. Like, this is me.
Yeah, the trolling.
That's how 50 was back then. And it's still now.
Yeah, the trolling definitely.
Yeah.
The trolling definitely. Okay. You know what I mean? But I fucked with this joint.
This was my joint.
This joint was on what was that rap video game they had? Where you do like karaoke with rap? I forget what it was. Rap Masters or some shit like that. It was like Rock Band, but it was rap. It was like Rap Masters or some shit like that.
They didn't market that well. I didn't see that. You see that, Sam?
We used to play Rock Band. You ever play that?
I played Rock Band, but I didn't play Rap Masters.
Fucking guitar and shit like that and everything. All right.
Michael Jackson drink was the truth though.
All right, so Dre, Jesus is 2, Jesus is 2.
Jesus is 2.
Jesus is King 2, whatever. All right, Complex has released an article crowning My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye West, as the best album of the decade. Do you remember this album? Either one? Anyone?
I don't.
Anyone?
No, what was on it? What was one of the tracks on there? I don't.
I do remember the album. I remember it being that great. I do remember the album. I don't remember it being that great though.
I remember when this came out. This was the album with Run. This was the album that came out that quote unquote he dedicated to Amber Rose.
Damn, that pussy beat.
That thing must hit. That thing must hit. That thing must hit.
That album came out when we was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that was 2010.
You gotta whoop that.
Yeah, that was the joint. All of the lights.
Yeah, I like that.
All of the lights was on there.
That was a good one. All of the
Monster.
lights. Yeah.
Monster, Soul
What was
Paul.
the joint when he had that video with the girl
Runaway.
put him in the trunk? Was that the joint?
I don't know.
You know the one.
But he had all the lights was on this. Monster with Rick Ross, Nicki, and Jay-Z. You remember Monster?
Yeah, I remember these songs.
So Appalled with Pusha. So Paul had everybody on that motherfucker.
He had some good ones. He had some good features. Yeah.
Runaway, which was when Runaway was like my theme song for like the longest.
Where is that? Is that played at? Because I don't.
Wait. Yeah.
What is the one where he was in the trunk? The girl had she was scantily clothed and she was in the trunk of she put him in the trunk. She took a body out. It was like in the Las Vegas desert and took a body out the trunk. It was a Kanye West song.
I don't know. I can keep up with a lot of the videos. I like tuning out videos.
I bet you it was this joint.
John Legend was on here. Kid Cudi, Raekwon was on Gorgeous. And I think that because like this album was like the turning point for Kanye. This was like when he like went to become this was the beginning of what he's now become. With the orchestration of music. Everything before this was all the like soul samples and everything. The Kanye that we grew to learn and love, and the whole Detroit, Chicago sound that he was doing with the above through the wire and all that shit like that. He totally abandoned all of that shit.
And I think that's why I don't remember this as being that great to me, because I'm so used to the old Kanye, and when he put this out, I'm like,
what is this?
Yeah. I mean, I like some songs on it, but it was so different. I didn't attach to it.
Maybe you should go revisit it.
You always trying to put us on this.
No.
I
because I don't remember it. I say that to people because I tell this story all the time. I remember when I bought Raphael Sadiq's Instant Vintage, and I didn't particularly care for it. I heard You Should Be Here, him and D'Angelo, You Should Be
Here.
And I saw the video, I'm like, this joint is dope.
He got a new joint out that's hot.
He always got it. Listen, let me...
Shout out to Raphael Sadiq.
So I bought the album, and I'm like, I ain't like it. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it. And then like 3 years later, I was like something that came on the radio, and I'm like, oh, who the fuck is this? And the DJ was like, that's Raphael Sadiq. I'm like, what album is that? So I'm like looking for the album, and
you got the joint. You got the joint.
So I started listening to it. I was listening to that album for like a year.
Isn't it so funny how your palate can change?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I always
wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready. It was before your time. It was before his time.
Yeah, like so that's why when things like that happen. When people say I like maybe you should revisit it because you never know what kind of frequency you was on at the time.
You'd be on a whole different wavelength. I was just about to say that.
You might catch up on something like, okay, damn, I'm here to receive this in a better light now. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying with it like that.
All right, look at you growing, young boy. I see you. I see you.
Listen, man, I'm a family man. You know
okay, wait a sec. But dial it back.
I'm taking care of business. You know what I mean? CEO.
Growth.
Maintenance management.
Growth.
Maintenance management. CEO. You know what I mean? What y'all talking about?
Black man can.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so complex. But I enjoyed this. Was actually the very first physical Kanye West album I bought.
Really? You didn't buy
You didn't buy College Dropout?
I didn't buy any of those.
What did you do with that then?
I heard them.
You weren't streaming back then.
No,
so
like people would hear like singles and stuff like that, but I didn't own any of that
stuff. Oh, okay.
I didn't own any of it.
Okay.
I didn't own any of it because, really, in all truthfulness, and this is just me being brutally honest, I didn't like him as a lyricist.
No, I did. I had College Dropout, but I didn't have this one.
I didn't like him as a lyricist.
Really?
No, I still don't really like him as a lyricist. I like him as a song maker.
Yeah.
He makes great songs.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like him as a lyricist. Like, I would hear songs, I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool when I'm out or like that. But I wasn't trying to like...
So how'd you transition to liking him? Like, what was that?
When I heard fucking...
All the lights?
When I heard Runaway.
Okay.
I heard Runaway and I was like, wow, that's a dope ass song. You know what I mean? That's a dope ass song. And then on top of that, I was like, by the time this album came, I was like ensconced in Verizon. I had a bunch of free money just to blow.
Yeah, free money. Where the hell were we at? Yeah, free money to blow. Where the hell was I at?
Those are the old days.
Drinks,
you know
anyone?
what I mean? But listen. It was times. Listen, when this was going on, I was not buying out bars, but we was going out. And it was like, I remember one time, it was me, Ty, Tone. You met Tone.
I met Tone.
Yeah, me, Ty, Tone.
Me, Ty, Tone.
Yeah, me, Ty, Tone, Nikki's girlfriend, Janelle that was supposed to do the show with us.
Yeah.
And some little slide I was messing with at the time. Whatever. There was like 8 of us at the fucking City Tap House. Motherfucker Bill came. I just put the card on the table. Bam!
Where the hell was I at? It must have been really nice.
I was, but it wasn't no big deal at the time because we was like, this was a time when at that company we were like, you was writing your own checks.
Yeah.
Like the overtime was just flowing.
Yeah.
Sam can attest. It was flowing. So if you said okay.
Is it still flowing, Sam? Because you still
no,
seem to be getting money. Sam, you getting a little bit.
No, it ain't flowing like that.
No?
Not like that. It was at a time, listen, it was at a time at this motherfucking company where you could say, you know what, I want $2,000 in next week check.
And you just went hard for it and got it.
You didn't have to really go hard.
Yeah?
You just stick around.
Damn.
And you could do it. You know what I mean?
Don't be mad. Verizon is hiring.
You know what I mean?
UPS is hiring.
Listen, that shit got me through my little single dad phase in
I know that's right.
a way.
Shout out.
You know what I mean?
But I do want to revisit this whole you, Nikki, and a slide joint, but that's on the later date.
No.
You
thought
I missed that one?
No, because me and Nikki not grew up together. We went to high school together, so we was always friends.
Right.
We wasn't always.
Yeah.
We was always cool though.
You know
what I mean? See, Nikki was the victorious one. That bitch is gone.
Shout out. Yo, God is good. All right, go ahead. Shout out to Nikki. That's right.
You know what I mean? That motherfucker's gone.
It was like.
All right, we'll be right back. More Rap Delites, more Chrissy Mac, more Miss Smith.
Yay.
Rap Delites. Rap Delites. Rap Delites.
Who's that?
Yo, that's Ghostface, man. Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is Miss Smith. That is Chrissy Mac. We got a little Wu Tang going on. Bring the ruckus. You know what I mean? I ran across an article, and it says that. Well, actually, TSK1 brought this article to us, and it says that Wu Tang Amusement Park. Vice President of Wu Tang Management, Jimmy Kang, revealed he is in negotiations with officials out in Seoul, South Korea, to construct a Wu Tang Clan amusement park. Miss Smith, if Wu Tang Clan has an amusement park, are you going?
Hell to the yeah! All right. First of all, he don't even need us out there because they're following out in Seoul, Korea. In Korea, for Wu is completely like next level. You know what I mean? Like, I think their following out there is even grander than what the U.S. can kind of give them.
It gotta be.
So to give them a theme park is just like the tip of the iceberg of what they like can do for this whole Wu-Tang movement, whatever.
I just want to know, like, are they gonna have like rides like named after the Raekwon roller coaster?
Nah, I just want to know if they just blasting. I didn't know if they blasting this shit throughout the theme park 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Or what's probably going to happen is the RZA probably going to produce a whole new soundtrack for the amusement park. You know what I mean? And just have a whole thing. You know, that's his twist. You know what I mean? They have a whole thing. But Chrissy Mac, are you here for a Wu-Tang Clan amusement park?
That's what's up. I'd definitely be interested in seeing like what exactly it would encompass. Like what type of. That's so unheard of. Like there is no amusement parks based off of
Like
a
rap
musician,
groups,
let alone a rapper, and the Wu Tang Clan at that.
Yeah, that
Like you said, what type of attractions, rides, shows?
I mean, only thing
souvenirs.
Souvenirs.
What type of food do we sold?
Yeah,
We're back.
you know what I mean. Well, you know for sure that the music gonna be banging. We know that for sure.
That's all I'm there for. I just sit on the damn park bench eating some Seoul Korean food, just listening to the music. That's enough for me. Like I need to know what the attractions are gonna be like.
You ain't never been to Seoul, have you? Have you ever been to Korea, anything like that? Anything? Nah. Maybe we should take a field trip.
That
when
would
they
be
open
an
up.
experience.
Yo, if they open up a fucking, I'm gonna put this out here right now. If they open up a fucking amusement park, we're gonna have to take a field trip.
We would do.
We're gonna have to
We
take
all
a
get
fucking
on the
field
ride.
trip.
We all get on the scariest ride, which would probably be called Wu Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
The old dirty bastard.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
You
You
don't
know what
ride
you doing
anymore
is.
since my surgery though.
Oh, you can't go. You can.
And that was the biggest roller coaster. Like I
we'll
went
hold
on
it down
every
for you.
roller coaster there is, and I can't.
You can take.
Yep,
you
we're
can take
gonna
the
let it go.
pictures.
Yep.
Yeah, just let it go. You can take the pictures.
Yeah, they took 2 discs out of my spine.
Oh wow.
So I can't go on nothing that rattles me around. I can't even bob my neck too hard.
Oh wow. Well, you can't even East Coast stomp.
Well, then don't be listening to
I
none of
can't
this rap.
do
We
it.
need to transition to R&B then. You can't be bobbing your head too hard.
Chrissy Mac listening to R&B. You know what I mean? I don't want my Chrissy Mac.
She can't be
listening
bobbing
to
her head too
R&B.
hard. She can't be bobbing her head
So
too
she
hard.
got to listen to fucking
Can't
Carl
do it too
Thomas.
Yeah. If I never met her
I fuck with Carl Thomas though.
at all.
That was my man's. I fucked with. Did you? He had those 2 albums that he put out on Bad Boy, but he had like 3 other albums that came out like beyond Bad Boy. Them joints was banging too.
I think I only heard like a couple tracks from them. I do know of them, but no, the Bad Boy era was my Carl Thomas phase.
The other joints is dope though.
Yeah,
Like you would really fuck with them on some R&B shit.
Yeah.
Bring 90s R&B back.
Okay, John B, where you at?
John B.
Sorry, no.
You have John B.
We're not there. Okay.
You have John B.
I love
His name is what's that dude? What's that dude's name?
John B. Call me.
What's that dude that's married to the black girl?
Who?
What's the white dude?
John B.
Alan Thicke.
Alan Thicke.
Oh no,
Robin
not
Thicke.
even.
Robin Thicke.
John B is John.
John
B is on the whole. No, I'm
Nah,
sorry.
that's
John B is John B.
John B
Robin
was
Thicke,
hanging out with Tupac.
I love Robin Thicke, but I
Robin
feel like
Thicke was
he's more
hanging
of
out
an
with
imposter.
Wayne.
I feel like Robin Thicke is more of an imposter. I don't know.
I like Alan Thicke better than Robin Thicke.
I do like Alan Thicke. Shout out to Alan Thicke. Did he pass
I think he did pass away, so you're not gonna hear that shout out.
Yeah.
But
sorry. Can we do a rest in peace?
Yeah, we can do a rest in peace.
Rest
you
in
know what I
peace,
mean?
okay.
But yeah, I didn't. I remember I got into a big thing about fuck. I went to see Robin Thicke at World Cafe Live, and I don't like him.
You just said you wanted to go see him.
No, I said I saw him,
Oh.
and I didn't like him.
So John B's coming, so I'm going to send you the link.
John
Come on, come on.
I like that one song.
Field trip.
You and me.
Come on, what about the joint with...
Out your mind,
Baby, are you
'cause
still
of
there?
jealousy,
Yeah.
they
Can we
don't
shout out the
know.
one with he had with Tupac?
Shit was garbage.
Oh my god.
I ain't fuck with John B. I
Yeah.
fucked with the slow joint. I used to pull up. I had a Oldsmobile station wagon with the hatch. I used to pull up with the hatch open, playing that John B shit come through.
John B is very...
But that was it.
No, he
That was the
is-
only song. I got the album.
John B deserves much more than he has gotten.
Sam,
Are you shaking your head,
Sam, you fucked
Maybe
with
you need to revisit it.
You need to revisit it. It's called
owned
Growth.
it.
I'm going
I
to send
owned it.
no.
I was listening to it.
He had a new joint that came out maybe back in the early 2000s. I'm going to send you that
How
one.
the fuck did we get on John B?
I don't know.
From Wu Tang Clan. That's a slander to Wu Tang Clan. We went from fucking Wu Tang to John
See how
fucking
this shit just
B.
be like...
Cause she told me I had to give up hip hop.
See, I need to exactly. I told her she need to go into more of a like.
That's why I need my Chrissy listening to hip hop. Cause we end up at John B. We end up at fucking John B. You know what I mean?
Shout out
No
to
way.
John B.
All right, no way. So we're gonna clear our palate from John B.
I can't.
Because I don't fuck with John B at all.
Let me get you there.
Yeah, like I said,
Let me get you there, brother.
I didn't know that.
yeah, I did. I went that. Nah. We're gonna get into the artist of the week.
Yay. Who's that?
Artist of the week is Turn It Up. Y'all know nothing about this. Y'all young.
You crazy.
First
Oh,
hip
yeah.
hop tape I ever owned.
You crazy.
Y'all know that. Look, I just got. I just gotta.
Rolling in my hand.
Just let's let it flow.
Show
a
your
little bit.
age.
This is 88. Oh, you hear those 808s? Artist of the week is Anthony L. Ray, better known as Sir Mix-a-Lot, born August 12, 1963, the rapper, songwriter, record producer, who is best known for his 1992 hit, Baby Got Back.
Yes, sir.
Album discography consists of Swatch 1988, Seminar 1989, Mac Daddy 1992, which Baby Got Back was featured on, Chief Boot Knocker 1994, Return of the, what is that, Bombosaurus 1996.
Wait, what?
the Bumposaurus.
Rewind.
Return to the Bumposaurus. In Daddy's Home, 2003, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Miss Smith, did you fuck with Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Okay, so funny story about Sir Mix-a-Lot. I used to live in Tacoma, Washington when I was 5 or 6 years old.
Why?
My mother, I'm from Belize. Shout out, Belize and them gal. So I'm from Belize, and my family, we kind of like moved around until we kind of, gathered our bearings, whatever.
Some like immigrant shit?
This nigga. Okay. So I lived in one of the places we moved to where we had family stationed was in Tacoma, Washington. Mm-hmm. So Mix-a-Lot is from Seattle. We lived in an apartment complex, and his brother lived on top of us.
So he used to play Mix-a-Lot all day?
No. Mix-a-Lot wasn't out yet.
Oh.
His brother, so Mix-a-Lot would come over all the time, and we would meet him. My mom and they were good friends. I was 5 or 6 years old. I didn't know who the hell this man was. I didn't know it was Mix-a-Lot. So he came out, and my mom was like, hey, that's such and such. That's my story. That's my close ties. That's Mix-a-Lot. But no, I only messed with him with my posse's on Broadway and
Baby Got Back?
Baby Got Back. Nothing else.
So you didn't own any of the albums?
I didn't own shit.
You didn't know none of the albums?
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to? I'm sorry.
You can curse.
No?
This is
Is this the Breakfast Club?
freedom
No.
of speech.
I didn't own anything.
If this is the Breakfast Club, that would make me like Charlamagne.
That would make you Charlamagne? Yeah.
Episode last week, I'm the reason that man went up there. My mouth.
But no, I wasn't a big, but I did like the singles that he released.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Did you like my hoopty? My hoopty.
Rolling on. Yes, I did like that one. I did anything he released I liked, but I wasn't going to go like buy the album or listen to the album. No, that wasn't me.
Chrissy Mac, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Did you fuck with him?
I fucked with him like in the early days. It was the first hip hop tape I ever got. The first rap tape. Well, back before they was going to hip hop. My first rap tape. It was a mixtape. And Posse on Broadway was on it. And I think that was one of the reasons why I picked that tape too. Mm-hmm. So that's my shit. But yeah, the whole Baby Got Back thing, it wasn't that type of hype. So
Yeah.
like all that type of shit, like
Put him on the glass.
Yeah.
Put him on the glass.
Put him on the glass.
Put him on the glass.
Yeah, he was like the two live crew of like
Seattle.
Seattle, the West Coast, like the West Coast, I guess.
Yeah. I remember when Posse on Broadway came out, and I remember the video. And it was like one of the videos that always played on the jukebox, like all the time. Like you couldn't help but to see
Can we
that.
find some jukebox videos? Like I would
sure
love
that
to
shit is
just
on- I'm
sit
sure
here
that
and just
shit-
watch some jukebox
I'm sure it's
videos.
on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's- and I remember all rap. It was '88, so for me, I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
It was all new to me.
Yeah.
So anything that was coming down the pipe was like, all right, give me.
Right.
I didn't have a refined enough palate to differentiate. Oh, that's swag, or that dude's from Seattle, or this dude's from New York. You know what I mean? I didn't know anything about that. It was just like, okay, he rapping.
But you picked up on the beat and you picked up on the catchiness of the song, and that's what kind of drew you to
it was
like
cool.
saying, like, I like this.
They was just rapping.
Yeah.
And it was a cool video, and it was like he told a little story in the video, or whatever like that. And then he got into the whole like misogynistic. Like real overtly misogynistic
Big
stuff,
time,
whatever like
big
that.
time.
And I was like, but at its core, I fucked with Mix-a-Lot because Mix-a-Lot was doing the same thing like Master P was doing before Master P was doing what Master P was doing, because nobody really fucked with Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
From New York, you had to be from New York, and he wasn't from L.A. He wasn't from New York.
He was from like
he
a
was from
small
some
town,
fucking
Tacoma, Washington.
which might as well in hip hop, which might as well have been no fucking where.
Yeah. Okay, wait a second.
And hip hop.
Back then,
in 1988.
That's like being a rapper from Portland, Oregon. Like that was what it was.
Like for them, it was like he was from fucking nowhere, and he made a way, and he made himself a fucking.
He made a sound. He created a sound,
and he made a career out of it for himself. And that motherfucker's sitting back and drinking champagne cocktails, and off of baby fucking Nicki Minaj just sampled it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was dope, but I don't think a lot of people knew where he was from. Like he was able to transition and make himself part of the LA scene a lot, where a lot of people did not know he was from Seattle.
Like I thought he was from LA.
No, he wasn't.
I thought he was from LA until I found out what the fuck Seattle, Washington was. I didn't even know we had 2 Washingtons in America.
Are you serious right now? First of all, first Washington is a district. It's not even a state. Let's just go there.
I've been to Seattle.
You went to Seattle?
I've been to Seattle.
Yeah.
Listen, I was 11.
Everybody got green eyes.
I was 11.
I don't know.
For some reason.
I was 11.
But you wasn't
I didn't give a fuck.
wasn't.
I didn't give a fuck about Portland, Seattle. What the fuck is that? Like who? We rap. Whatever.
Oh, live a little, brother. Live
I
a
was
little.
11. Leave me alone. I had just got off of. I was just getting off the porch. But I fucked with his, like in retrospect. That's why I would like. We were sitting around. We was watching the Posse on Broadway video and everything like that. In retrospect, I respected Mix-a-Lot's hustle, and his game and how he moved. And even though he wasn't from, and all of those motherfuckers that wasn't from New York, like Philadelphia motherfuckers got a pass because we right here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So Study could just. It's a 2-hour bus ride in New York. You know what I mean? You can just go right up there. And then a lot of the things that was going on in New York City were going on here in Philadelphia at the same time. You know what I mean? Because we're all kind of, it's not the same, but it's kind of like the same. You know what I mean? Because we're not like a cow town like Jersey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Jersey's a lot of like open streets. Like Philadelphia is a city.
Yeah.
It's a major metropolis.
It's a major metropolis.
Yeah, but.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think now if he would have, let's just say modern day Sir Mix-a-Lot with the music, like you said, he was heavily misogynistic. Misogynistic. That's that, Nikki. The shout out to the wine.
That's the wine talking. That's the wine.
Phonics work for me. Do you think that he would have been accepted now too? Because there are a lot of rappers now, bitch this, bitch that. And the shit that he was rapping about, do you think that he would have still gained like the popularity that he did back then?
What are you asking me? Would he been able to survive in a climate right now?
Right now, yeah.
No.
Yeah, why? It's the same. What rap songs aren't you listening to that aren't throwing the word bitch around or?
It wasn't just he was
take it off.
He wasn't just throwing, because now the women are throwing the word bitch around.
You're right.
But what I'm saying is the fact that you don't see. Like like you'll see the girls in the videos. I don't even watch rap videos no more. But you'll like, it's nothing else to do now. Yeah. Like he's like all the girls in bikinis and stuff like that with big butts.
It's like
it's like regular. That's like regular. Like now, like that's nothing. Like him saying put them on the glass. Like you know what I mean. That's regular shit. Like
that was like
Megan is like. Remember we talked about the City Girls video with Cardi?
Yeah.
With the twerking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They doing their own videos like
You're
that.
Right.
So
You're
I mean, Mix-a-Lot would just be a regular motherfucker. You know what I mean? I would. A little old, but
you're right. He would
be a regular motherfucker. I mean, like I just saw a video with Megan Thee Stallion and Ciara twerking.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I saw a video with Megan twerking with
Megan twerks with everyone.
She twerks with it. That's her shit. That is her claim to
fame.
Like
if you meet Megan, like Sam, let's say you go out and about and you see Megan Thee Stallion. She's gonna either try to get you to row the boat with her,
yeah,
or twerk.
Yeah.
You got to do one or the other. Which one you gonna pick?
I don't know.
Twerk.
What you gonna pick?
I don't know. I don't want to see her twerk anymore. I've seen her twerk everywhere. I don't want to see her twerk anymore. I've seen her twerk live. I was at the Roots picnic. I was at Made in America. I've seen her twerk live.
And hands reach while live?
I ain't reaching for nobody's hands to be twerking live. What are you talking about?
I just want to watch. I mean, I just want to watch.
Once you've seen one twerk, you've seen them all. Like, what the fuck?
No.
Okay, all right. Moving on. Moving on. I can't.
I want to see Megan Thee Stallion.
But it's so funny. When I think of
Mix-a-Lot. Mix-a-Lot.
I can't help but think of, like you said, I don't want to call it Mix-a-Lot corny, but I can't help but think of corny LA. Do you remember them girls? We like the cars.
No, they weren't from LA.
The cars that go.
That was a Chidra and Bunny. They were from the UK. They were from the UK. They were from the UK.
Give me some, boy. You be up on it.
I mean, they were from. You remember them?
You don't remember them? Oh, Latrim. Yeah, I thought they were from LA.
No, because they was just riding the wave. They was on some JJ Fad type of shit.
When I can't think of Sir Mix-a-Lot without thinking of corny LA rappers.
Well, that's because that's what hip hop was at the time. A lot of I'm not going to say that's what hip hop was because it wasn't what hip hop was, but that's what record companies were resonating, what they were running to, and it was resonating with record companies because it was easy to sell.
Yeah.
So he was getting the girls like that and stuff like that, and people like that because it was like, all right, it's kind of catchy and stuff like that. Like I'm talking about the Latrims.
Yeah.
And I remember like Mix-a-Lot wasn't like Rakim. He wasn't like Harris One. He wasn't like LL Cool J. You know what I mean? So
his own beat, his own sound.
At that time, I didn't like really fuck with it like that or whatever like that. But like I said, like in retrospect, I fuck with like I'll bang Posse on Broadway in my car now today.
Yeah.
Like with no fucking problems. Like with the windows down and everything, Alpine banging.
Yeah. You already said that back then you were more biased to music back then. If it wasn't from a certain, if it wasn't what your uncles were listening to or banging, then you weren't really.
But I was fucking with this because it was on the jukebox, but I didn't fuck with this whole discography. You know what I mean? I wasn't banging like Baby Got.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Discography.
Discography.
You know what I mean? I'm not drunk.
Discography. Love it.
But like in retrospect, like I respect Sir Mix-a-Lot. I respect his hustle, and I respect what he brought to the game, and that's why I wanted to talk about him and everything like that for the Artist of the Week. So shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot. Shout out to Seattle, Washington, not Washington, D.C.
Tacoma, Washington. Shout y'all out.
Belize
and them guys.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
That was a little gun.
That sounds shot. Like the Middle East. That's like Gaza. That's not that's not Belize.
Little explosions and
shit exactly.
Like that. You know what I mean? All right, so Mix-a-Lot. Also, we we got a group chat, and I send shit out to the group chat, and then that's what we talk about for the week, whatever like that. LL Cool J went on this. Well, I actually saw this on Facebook.
Okay.
And when I saw it on Facebook, I wasn't going to talk about it because you could somebody might screenshot something and put it on Facebook, and that shit happened like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And you be like, all right, there ain't nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? But I went to LL's actual Twitter page, and then he talked about this on like a week ago, where he and we talked about this on the show actually.
We did.
Where he actually wrote rhymes or wrote the rhyme for MC Lyte for Self-Destruction verse, and he wrote for Run DMC,
Black Street, No Diggity. I was very impressed by that.
BBD. I know he was doing stuff with them. BBD. Let me get some more action.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at the picture. BBD. Who else was it? Black Street. You said. Johnny Gill, all that kind of stuff like that. And I wanted to shoot a question out to the Rap Delites podcast, Miss Smith, Chrissy Mac. How do you feel about like artists like revealing stuff like this, like late in the game or whatever like that? How do you feel about like LL saying, "Yo, I wrote that verse"? So,
for me, I feel like take that shit to the grave because it's still a very soft subject to have ghostwriter, and a lot of artists, if you haven't spoken to them directly, like is it cool if I say or I release this? You know what I mean? They like, you know what I mean? I don't know what the conversation was, but I feel like a lot of things like take it to the grave, like, you know what I mean? We already know for LL, and we've talked about him in recent weeks. We already know that he is the GOAT. We already know what he can do lyrically, what he can write professionally, you know what I mean? And that's why we love him. I feel like you don't need to kind of like come out and say, because now I look at Lyte differently. And I always wanted, of course she might have a ghostwriter, but I don't want to know that she has a ghostwriter. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's just like her having a ghostwriter. She had
somebody write her.
But having somebody write you a rhyme and having ghostwriters is different.
He wrote her rhyme to one of the most poignant verses in Self-Destruction.
Chrissy Mac, what you feel about that?
Okay.
Come
A
on.
lot of rappers, especially in the early ages of hip hop, the 80s, even going into the 90s, they had help writing their lyrics. And the reason why I know this is because I studied everything. Like the inserts that came in the cassettes, I used to read it. Now you go back and if you still got tapes, look on them tapes, look under the song.
And you'll
Look how
see
many names are under the
artists.
song.
Yeah.
That's everybody that wrote the song.
You're right.
And the producers on there too. So it was not uncommon. And if you know the people's real names, which we all do now because we got the internet, you can go and see who wrote what for people. And you know, so if somebody really wanted to know, they could find out who wrote stuff like that. Now, if you're paying somebody to ghostwrite for you, there's should be a non-disclosure agreement signed. Unless, you know,
I agree to
somebody
that.
wrote for you and you didn't pay them and now they're exposing you, then that's a different thing too. I think just to come out, if you're doing it to try to make somebody look bad and make yourself look better, I don't really think that's, you know...
I don't think that's what he was doing. I don't think that was what it was he was doing, but I think that he was still trying to pat himself on the back like...
Well, he definitely was patting himself on the back.
I mean, it's an ego move all the way.
Yeah, but that's LL Cool J. He's all ego. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're trying to take away somebody's shine, you know, like you ain't got enough shine already.
It's funny that the one line that he actually really hails to be one of his greatest rhymes was the one that we spoke about a few weeks ago with the razor blade taped to your collar. It was like
my perspective on it. Like when I read it. And I saw it in it was like one of them hip hop groups or whatever like that, and somebody was like, "Oh, L was trash for that," and then but I remember like I said, he just tweeted this.
Yeah.
I heard this story about 2 years ago, and it was from KRS-One when I heard it. It wasn't from LL Cool J.
Okay.
And like I said, KRS-One said that, and as far as the R&B motherfuckers that he wrote for, whatever. You know what I mean? R&B motherfuckers get motherfuckers to write their shit all the time.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. Now, with the whole Lyte thing, she had a verse. She wrote her own verse. It wasn't like she just went in there yo, LL here yet? You know what I mean? It wasn't that type of time.
But they tweaked it. Is that what it was?
And this was before the times when it was one take hold, I'm writing it off my head and all that old shit. You know, this new shit, these new niggas.
New shit.
You know what I mean? They come in the studio, I'm just going to write it here in the studio. Off the thing. Them niggas used to take their time and write their rhymes. So my thing was, all right, MC Lyte wrote her rhyme. She been writing it for the last week. You know what I mean? She goes to the studio with KRS-One, and KRS-One said,
ain't that.
You know what I mean? I don't feel it. Well, like that. Now she's sitting there. LL, the superstar. LL was the only nigga out there at that time platinum selling artists. At that fucking time. He was a rock star.
Yeah.
He is a hip hop rock star, but at that time, he was the hip hop rock star. Women wanted him and men wanted to be him. You know what I mean? And Lyte is sitting there damn, what the fuck am I going to do now? You never know if she had to catch a plane for a tour. She don't know when she was going to get back to the studio. She couldn't make the song, whatever like that. And her yo, let's get it together.
I'm not mad at that, but that's not what I'm mad at.
You know what I mean? Listen. So you know what I mean? And he did it, and they did it, and it came out of it like that. But it wasn't common knowledge, but everybody in the industry knew it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it might be a grandstand thing, but I mean, I think it's a thing LL's except trying to get all the flowers he can at this point.
Right.
When he was on Drink Champs, he talked about different stuff. I heard LL when he told the story about beating Jamie Foxx up. Now, do Jamie Foxx want to hear that story?
Where's that story? I need that one.
It's on Drink Champs.
Send the link.
It's on Drink Champs. And you know what I mean? LL was all right, this is what it is. It would be different if he was lying.
Right.
But if he's telling the truth on his discography and what he's doing.
I heard that. Was that the one when they were doing the movie?
Yeah, Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All right.
Okay.
Sam is hurrying us up.
Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Samuel.
How far along are we?
Sorry, Samuel.
You all right?
I need to wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up, B. But, you know what I mean? We talked about it, and I mean, Chrissy Mac talked about it. But, like, that's the way my perspective on it. I mean, he's getting his flowers, and I mean, if he did write, if he wrote it, what the fuck she really gonna say?
I mean, you can't say anything.
You know what I mean? At this point, you know what I mean? Nothing to say. But it's not like he wrote her whole fucking album or something like that. It was a guest spot on a song, and she needed help because she had a verse that wasn't working. That's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? And it happens all the time in hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Motherfuckers. You know
a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
A lot more than you think.
So, shout out to LL Cool J. Shout out to MC Lyte. Shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot. Shout out to my sister, Miss Smith. Look at her.
You don't like that? No?
What you do?
One? I kissed around. No?
No, that's a
Hold
word.
on,
Where my hottie
Sam behind the camera like...
Shout out to Miss Smith. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chrissy Mac.
Peace, y'all.
Chrissy Mac get gunshot.
I know, exactly, right? Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Shout out to Chrissy Mac. Shout out to myself. Shout out to my brother TSK1 who couldn't be here today.
Yeah.
We will catch y'all next go round next week for more hip hop commentary, organic hip hop commentary. Make sure y'all like it. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all watch Rap Delites. Peace.
Peace.
Rap Delites. Rap Delites. Rap Delites.